Good evening, everyone. Ads here from Unity Trading Group. Welcome to your Monday update. In this instance, we're looking at Ethereum over the USD, and we're going to figure out where we're headed and what to look out for Ethereum. So let's have a look. In which we are looking at the more notable areas. So, of course, good sign that we pushed through our first level of supply. So that is a really good sign. So let's get rid of that and let's have a look and redraw in some of our fibs and identify some levels, and let's see where we're headed for Ethereum. So Ethereum, the more notable area for me currently is very small and does reside around that 3250 mark. So let's draw that one in for the horizontal ray. There you go. So that's our level of supply here on the 1 day time frame, and that's where it is headed. Pretty much, it's pretty much set in stone that it is heading in that direction. We are having a decent bounce in which we're looking for a reaction off this level, and of course we need to play it by ear and see what that reaction is. Because if we do get there, there is a not a strong chance, but there is a chance that it could be another lower high. We could go 1, 2, 3, and then continue to the downside. But that's not something that we are hoping happens, of course. We are hoping that we move through this level and onto the next one. And let's identify where that is. So this whole sweeping motion presents an entire predicament, of course, because we do have multiple pivots on a smaller time frame, of course, but on a daily it's a little bit hard to identify. So let's identify the top level. Of course, it is sitting around about this area here, where we're looking at 4.6, where our previous top was. We do have a pivot up the top here and a retest to the right, so that looks okay. But the area more notable, above our current 3250 level of supply, is going to be around this area here, which resides around 3980 or around 4,000. So the reason for choosing the $4,000 mark is because, for one, 4,000 is a nice whole number. It is psychological resistance. Of course, these prices do tend to gravitate towards those, round zeros or round numbers. So looking okay for that level of supply. And of course, we do have plenty of legs to move through this level at least. And of course, if we do have an upside movement, we could see a pullback and a movement to the upside. That is the play that I would suspect would be decent enough to play out. So looking for a movement through, retesting this level of resistance, of course, getting a smaller pullback, and then a movement to the upside. That would be the ideal play for me for ETH, if we do have the scenario of moving through that level of supply. Now, a few things, in its favor, of course, like BTC that we did speak about in the previous video. Of course, we have the moving oscillators. More notable, the steamroller indicator. You can find out more about that at unitytradinggroup.com, or the links down below in the signature, of course. But you can find that this indicator is moving towards the overbought condition, but it is not at that point. We do see overbought, carry on for quite some time, in bullish markets. Of course, this is a recovery effort, so in which it might not sit around that point for very long, because this would be the more notable area where we do have a push, a small lull, and another push, of course, where we aren't staying in that overbought area for too long. It might be in the same token that we see this very similar fashion or very similar price action in the way of our moving oscillator. So it's good to see that we are moving to the upside. Of course, we are looking at our level of supply here. And of course, again, more notable as well is the RSI. We have moved through the RSI of the 50, or that median area, where we have used it as a level of resistance in the past, and we have moved through this and held above it for quite some time, or even a few days at least. We've got today, yesterday, the day before, and of course the 4th of Feb, which pushed us over the fact. So all in all, looking for a reaction to to our level of resistance or our level of supply here at 32.50. I'd like to hear what you guys think as well. Sound off in the comments down below. Leave us a like if you agree. And of course, we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.